Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say anymore. Oh wow. I literally, I can't even believe it. I just can't even believe it. But wow, what a game that was. Unbelievable. I think it's safe to say this rivalry is, I think we can say it's renewed. Despite this being a win, this was a game that Chicago Bears easily should have won. I don't even, it's insanity. But talk about a finish. Just talk about it. What's poppin', everybody? It's man, Cloutboy Bales. And obviously, here to talk about week, is it 11? Week 11's unbelievable finish. The Green Bay Packers take down the Chicago Bears. Final score of 20-19. A game, in my mind, really should not have been won by the Packers, but somehow miracles happen and the Bears are cursed as always. But this was by far a great finish. I feel like this game will definitely go in as one of the greats in this historic rivalry, and I think that's what's really important here. Regardless, if you like what you see, comment below, subscribe with your thoughts. All right, I'm gonna get into it. I mean, I do have a lot to talk about today. I mean, a lot happened. So first off, this game seemed like it was gonna go down. Green Bay Packers went right down the field and scored a touchdown with 12 men on the field. With the Bears having 12 men on the field, then the Bears kind of came back. But the defense of the Bears, let's be real, their defense actually is legitimately not a bad defense. They don't have a bad defense by any means. But, and then what happened, obviously, what set this game up for the Bears to really control it was that interception. And again, Jordan Love, for some reason, cannot hold on to the ball. It just, he struggles to really control the ball. And he just forces, he found a wide open Tucker Kraft, who unfortunately it was missed, and that it was a drop. Or per se an interception that was intercepted by Terrell Smith. But you know what? Interceptions happened. He moved on from it, and I felt like he did play a lot better. There weren't really many punts on either side. I mean, literally, I think only one punt by Green Bay and two punts by Chicago. This was a game that basically it was time of possession. Like, time of possession was the reason why this game, basically lasted shorter than usual other games. But the Packers were able to get the victory off of a blocked kick. We just saw the Kansas City Chiefs win a game that way last week to remain undefeated again, and again they did that against the Denver Broncos, and now we just did it. You know, I have friends that are Bears fans. They're already giving up on the team. Literally, we saw the Chicago Bears lose we saw them lose a game, a couple weeks ago on a Hail Mary, a game they should have won, and this was a game they should have won. But their schedule coming up is brutal. I mean, they still got to play us one more time. They got to play Detroit twice. They got to play Vikings twice, and I mean, even the 49ers, and I guess Seattle's a 500 team, so what the heck. But it's going to be brutal for Chicago, to be honest. I can't. But, they played better offensively. I felt Chicago outplayed us offensively. I feel like they had, I don't know if they had more yards or we had more yards. I don't know. It was very close. I'm going to say they did slightly, but yeah, there was a lot of times we had the lead, we let go of the lead, and then there was a couple times, where we had the ball, and then, we could have went for the field goal to cut it to 2 points, instead went for it and failed to convert, which really I don't think they should have went for it, but, with 11 minutes left in the fourth, but, and then the defense was able to hold, and then we went down the field, we scored the go-ahead touchdown, Jordan Love ran it in, and then the defense, unfortunately, as we all know, Jordan Love really, his chances for go-ahead touchdowns really haven't been that well. I thought it was going to go similarly. I mean, he went right down the field, third and really long, and he managed to get into a distance where he could convert the fourth down and then get a play that got them into field goal range. Yeah, and then we block it. We block the kick. And of course, even though I'd say Christian Watson probably had the best game out of everybody today, I have to give my game ball to obviously KARL Brooks because he made the block, which probably would have been a good field goal if he wouldn't have made it. So yeah, what a game! What a game! KARL Brooks with the big block, and this game's going to go down in infamy as one of the greats. Going over the statistics, 13 to 17 from the field, 261 total yards, a touchdown, and an interception by Jordan Love. I guess you got a 113 quarterback rate. I guess it was a good game, except the interception. I would say he did do his greatest. And then 4 carries for 18 yards and a rushing touchdown for Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs had 18 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown, as well as 4 catches for 58 yards. Jacobs is a real deal. Now we know that. Christian Watson, 4 catches for 450 yards. What a day for Watson. Wow. Reed, 2 catches for 23, a catch for 17 for Dobbs, 2 catches for 13 for Chris Brooks. Nothing else for really anybody else. And that was that. On the defensive side, Xavier McKinney led the day with 9 total tackles. It was good to see. And then everyone else really kind of did their way with not. Carrington Valentine also got a lot of playing time, 9 tackles. It's clear that he's been getting more playing time. I said he was the better player. As Jair Alexander did play in the first half of the game, but suffered an injury midway through the first half that forced him to unfortunately miss the rest of the game, which I felt like he should have never played, but I guess, they're calling him a quitter. I don't know what the situation is. But, 8 tackles for Bullard, 8 for Walker, 8 for Cooper. Evan Williams also was back, had 6 tackles. Rashawn Gary had 6, including a sack finally. Brendan Cox also got another sack. Preston Smith, who was obviously recently traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know that Aaron Mosby and Brendan Cox now probably are going to get some more playing time. I mean, it certainly seems like it, but Brendan Cox is a real deal player, and he even got a sack today, as well as 2 tackles for loss. And TJ Slayton also with the other sack on the day. And then no touchdown, no field goal attempts for there, but that's that. On the Chicago side, Caleb Williams also had a great day, I guess you could say. No touchdowns by him, but 23 to 31, 231 yards, and 9 carries for 70 yards. DeAndre Swift had 14 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown, as well as 2 catches for 13. And Roshan Johnson had 10 carries for 33 yards and the other touchdown, as well as a catch for 8. Roma Dunze led the way, 6 catches for 65 yards. DJ Moore, 7 for 62. Cole Kmet had 3 for 42. And Keenan Allen had 4 for 41. On the defensive side, Kevin Byard had 9 tackles. Jermaine Edmonds had 7. And Demarcus Walker was the only one who had a sack, but that was only for like a 1-yard loss, so that really wasn't that bad of a sack. And Terrell Smith with the interception on Love. Carlos Santos was 2 of 3 from the field goals. Of course, the one being the block being the miss, and the Bears still suck. They're literally the most cursed team ever. I mean, I don't know what. I can't even imagine what they're feeling. I mean, this is just, I don't know what it's like to be a Bears fan, but I know it's dark and it's sad. But wow, luck always finds its way, man. It just always finds its way. So, and then on the other side, obviously the Bears are still in 4th. Packers are unfortunately still in 3rd. The Vikings just happened to face the Titans, but facing the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans, and not even dominating against these teams really just shows I'm not that scared of Minnesota, but they are Minnesota. And I feel like once they start to play some good teams, they'll start to crumble a little bit. And there's still a half game, I think, ahead of us. Or game, I don't know, is there a game or a half game? I think they're a game. Yeah, I'd say they're a game ahead of us. And then still 2 games, I think, are the Lions, which in my opinion, the way that they are playing and they showed how good they were against Jacksonville, yeah, this Lions team I think is legit the best team in all football, and the fact that we have to play them again really sucks. This Lions team is so good. They are legitimately, I don't even know what to say. But you know what? In my mind, being 7-3, the hope is let's just try to get into the postseason. I just want to get to playoffs. I don't care about the division. Maybe later on I do, but I want to hope for that opportunity. But the schedule coming up is going to be, we got next week. Sunday, I think it's the other primetime game. We get Burkhart and Brady once again, and it's going to be hosting the San Francisco 49ers, the team that eliminated us out of the playoffs. Again, it is what it is, but we're just gonna say whatever happens happens. But I am very confident that this game that we played today was what you'd call a trap game, and that all our energy is going to be coming into next week against San Francisco. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Just great. Totally great. So, yeah, if you like what you see, subscribe with your thoughts, comment with everything, and we will see you next time. Go back, go. And the Bears still suck.